romantic meal, but no, it's another Valentine's Day massacre for me. Like, my name's Curtis Jackson, bro. I'm sat here watching fossil football with blue balls on Valentine's Day, and I'm not an Avatar fan. I can't believe it. We conceded so early, I still had steam coming out of my hot drink, you know. 1-0, no reply. I'm feeling like free chin chastity on the hinge at, blood. Conte has one plan and he refuses to change it, blood. There's more chance of a Rastafarian eating pork than Conte not playing 5 at the back. He's the sort of man that will walk outside in a hurricane, see everything get destroyed and do nothing, fam. No changes. As for Richarlison, we can't even call him that no more. It's poor Charlison. I feel sorry for him. The man can't get a game. Son is stinking the place out week after week to the point where when Son runs, I can see older streaks. He's stinking the place out, fam.
I just want to stop X for 1 second there. And look, he's spot on in everything he's saying about the Son situation. How is he still in this starting lineup? It makes no sense. This feels like Conte sabotage. That's what this feels like to me. By the way, hit the like and the share button. Leave your comments below. Make sure you scan that QR code right next to my head and follow my TikTok account. Brand new content on the way over there soon. And of course, follow all the content creators. The links to their channels are in our description below. Go and support them. But he's right. Conte's got to make a change. And he's just... I don't understand. Barring sabotage, self-sabotage, what is going on?
He needs to be dropped. What's Dan Juma got to do to get minutes, fam? I've seen longer prayers than the minutes that he's got. Conte was begging for options like NSG, screaming for options, fam. Screaming like Janet and Michael Jackson, fam. We get the option, not used, fam. It's mad disrespectful. I know it's only 1-0, blood, but I'm telling you this. Conte will have us out of Europe faster than Lord David Frost. Big man team.
Listen, I know there's a propensity with football fans and a proclivity to always look at the positives. It's only 1-0, we can turn it round. Chelsea fans have been through this. Liverpool fans have been through this. United fans, Arsenal fans. When your team has got a manager where it isn't working, it's the consistency of the poor performances that must be your focus as opposed to the results. The way Spurs are playing is absolutely, categorically, 1000% unsustainable. And Expressions have been one of the only Spurs content creators to really call this out. The rest, the vast majority of the rest have really kind of come together, sort of battle down the hatches. They stand tall, they stand by our club. Let's pretend that everything's going to be a-okay when it simply isn't. Let's take a look here at one of the chief cheerleaders of Tottenham Online. This is Jamie O'Hara. Remember, Jamie O'Hara, we're in the title race with Arsenal. We're as good as Arsenal. There's a media agenda against us because Arsenal was so good and everybody loves off Arsenal. Let's see what he's saying about Antonio Conte.
Sick of watching this rubbish. Honestly, Jace, you know, I don't know what Spurs... How they think Tottenham should play and how good we are. You know, let's not forget we are in the Champions League. We were a Champions League team last season. We played some good football. What I'm seeing recently from some of them is absolutely shocking. Well, Son tonight. What has happened to Son? I mean, far off the ball is a joke. Yeah. Kulusevski has not been at it at all.
No. Look, there are a number.
I mean, Romero's lucky he didn't get sent off again. It's a sorry state of affairs, right? When you're looking at Sarr and Skip, who have come into the team, young players, decent players, played good tonight.
42 years, well, by the way, between the pair of them.
Played well tonight. Fair play to them. They've come in. Bentancur's injured. Højbjerg's out. But when you're looking at it and going, Sarr and Skip are the two best players in Tottenham's team tonight, what does that say about the rest of them? When you've got players like Perisic, Son, Kulusevski, Romero, Kane.
Yeah, I mean, they are...
Lenglet, who we bought from Barcelona. Yeah, he's like an imposter.
Look, I understand. I understand where Jamie O'Hara is coming from, but at the same time, after a couple of games this season, we all saw this. 2-3 games into the season, everybody saw what Tottenham's problems were. They didn't win the transfer window. There was no cohesion on the football pitch. They were easy to get at, easy to create chances against. They were not playing great football, and there was a disconnect between the manager, the players, the fans, the board. From the get-go, and there has been. calling it out, you were called a hater. And if you were calling that out at the same time as saying, oh, well, Arsenal look good, everybody was focusing on, oh, you're an Arsenal lover, you're hating Tottenham, retete. And O'Hara fell into this mix. And I understand, I've already said, I understand the propensity, the want and the desire to protect your football club. But Arsenal doing well and Spurs being poor, Arsenal doing well, Spurs being poor, when that happened, what it created was this cognitive dissonance. It created this anger, this frustration with a large proportion of Spurs fans where they stopped focusing on their actual problems, their actual issues, and started projecting this kind of media agenda, this hatred against us, this Arsenal loving. They've been broken by Arsenal this year. They've been broken by Arsenal because instead of focusing on their problems from the beginning, they were fixated on what the Gooners, the red half of North London, were doing. And that is what has cost them dear. And there's nothing Jamie O'Hara is saying here that people like myself haven't been saying for 4, 5, 6 months this season. Tottenham are broken. Antonio Conte has got to go. They signed terribly in the summer because they're buying players that Conte doesn't even want. This isn't all on the manager, but his reaction to these problems is typical Conte. It's causing them major problems. And as I've already stated, people go, well, why are you making this about Arsenal? Because it is about Arsenal. If Arsenal were having a terrible season as well, Spurs fans would have been focusing inwards. They would have been focusing internally. They'd have been looking at themselves. But instead, they have a full storm every few weeks where they win a game well. And this will be the turning point. This is when we go in the new direction. Guys, I lived in that space for 9 years at Manchester United. And we were winning games, but we were never performing regularly. And I used to delude myself into thinking, right, here's the green shoots of hope. We'll go on a run from here. We'll improve. And it doesn't come. It never happens. And that's exactly where Spurs are right now.
Let's go! Come on!
Now, I got sent this. I haven't watched it yet, but someone said to me, Terry, you got to feature Daniel Sturridge on your show. It's gold. Let's take a little look here. I know he's a content creator now, not a footballer, but let's take a look.
Champions League round of 16. Bayern, they're gonna munch on Munich.
They're gonna munch. Bayern, they're gonna. Okay.
Versus PSG. We have Mbappe it up. Gilly.
What is this?
The World Cup winner, Lionel Messi.
Why has he put a lisp on? Lionel Messi. Why has he put a lisp on?
And we have Nene. But on the other hand of that, we have Leroy Sané,
Leroy Sané. What is this?
Kingsley. Come on, mate.
Come on, mate.
And we have down the left, he runs all day. I'll tell you his name, Alfonso Davies. On the side, it's going to be end-to-end stuff, goals galore, but I believe Bayern Munich will come out on top. And next we have the drippiest football club in the whole wide world.
What are you all making of this? What legit, what are you making of this?
AC Milan versus Tottenham Hotspurs. Kane versus Jude. Rafael Leao, the twister and bister who can be the mister to your sister.
What is this?
And we have the sun is shining. He scores when he please.
Well, he doesn't score when he pleases, does he? he can buy a goal right now.
I'm going to go with the counter-attacking football style of Spurs, with the wingers doing their thing. Kane scores, brilliant victory, Spurs win.
Wow. I mean, it's going to go viral. That will go viral. It's probably already gone viral. But... wow.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
For sure, he's Graham Potter. Not been doing too well at the moment. I've got some stats here. 2 wins in the last 13 games.
Of course you do.
Those wins coming against Palace and Bournemouth. More points dropped at the weekend. I thought this was a stat. It's just literally a fact.
Yeah, I mean, there's very simple. There's an overlap in the Venn diagram of stats and facts. There's a huge grey area.
I mean,
very similar.
I thought these were all stats. Clearly not.
Stats and facts.
So I've been misled.
That's our fact.
2 wins in the last 13 games.
Two wins in 13, and
you've not won in a month or something like that.
No, it's really worrying. And do you know what the biggest thing is? I think we can focus on. I mean, there's an awful lot to talk about, but the thing that I'm just finding like really difficult to rationalise with regard to Graham Potter and Chelsea is his approach. It's the way that he conducts himself. It's the way that he talks. There is a very particular way to speaking when you're a winner. There is a very particular way to viewing the world and viewing football when you're a winner. And he does not conform to it at all. He's talking as if he is still the manager of Brighton. His approach, his application is still like he's the manager of Brighton. Like today, I do my best to stay off social media, but I actually went onto Twitter to vent my spleen because I was so angered by the way that he was talking about playing
What did he
against
say?
Dortmund. He effectively said, we're a good team and we could beat them, but they're a really good team as well, and we have to be very respectful of them, and we have to be very wary of what they pose. So we're going there full of respect, full of trepidation almost, and we'll do our best. We'll try. This is the word that he is obsessed with. Trying.
Sounds like Moyes are United kind of, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Rory's got a point here, and I want to gauge the Terrace's the community's opinion on this. Is Graham Potter the biggest problem at Chelsea? Is he's kind of very quiet, very kind of timid? He's got a very English approach, very what's the word I'm looking for here, kind of reserved approach about doing things. It's kind of very quintessentially English in that way. Is that just not right for Chelsea in modern day football? That, you know, the Premier League footballers are the rock stars of the world now. Do they need a manager with a little bit more bite? We're going to see him play Dortmund later today. Let's see if they can turn this around. I personally still think he's the right guy for Chelsea. I do, but I like to listen to the other side. It's always important to listen to people with opposite opinions. I just think these Chelsea fans have got to be a little bit more patient, but I want your thoughts and your feelings on it because that matters a lot more to me. It really, really does. Listen, everyone who's tuned in today, a massive thank you to each and every single one of you. Leave your comments below. Scan that QR code as well, by the way, and follow us on our TikTok account. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again soon. Thank you.